and I totally didn't know that I could actually direct and get the vision through, because a lot of it's in my head. Like when I think of stuff like this, especially on TikTok and Instagram, I'll be driving, or I could just be listening to music or whatever, and I think of a scene just pops up in my head, and just a collaboration of scenes. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
you started to like, oh, this can tie into this scene. Oh, that would be cool right there.
exactly. And so like the recent one, I don't know if you're familiar with the show Snowfall.
I've heard of a little bit of it.
Yeah, so Snowfall just ended, right? It was a series about this drug dealer, his rise and his fall,
Okay.
and the people that he affected.
Like Narcos?
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah. So pretty much the way that it ended, and not trying to spoil or anything, but it didn't end so well, or whatever. And
Okay.
the last song that they played to show that ending was Pride. Okay, and so when I heard it, and I obviously went to go listen to the song again, because I was feeling something. I don't know what I was feeling, but I felt like, oh, I feel a story coming along after seeing it. Obviously, I just seen now, I was like, man, this was really dope. And it wasn't anything to do with Snowfall, but it was just the fact that I heard the song, and a story started coming to me. And so
it triggered something in your mind to just
start going, right? And then after listening to a song, it literally just pops in my head. I remember someone asking me that. They're like, how do you make videos?
You imagine the scene, you imagine the lighting, the camera moving in, shit like that.
Exactly. And believe it or not, I think some people don't have that, because
it's something you really need to work on, I think, because it's not something that everyone's just born with. I think it's something you develop over time.
Exactly. Because I asked them, or they asked me, and I was trying to explain it to them. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, yeah, it just comes. I'm listening to a song, and while I'm listening to the song, it just flows. And
yeah, it's like you're drawing the scene.
Exactly. And so when it came to me,
you're storyboarding. You're mentally storyboarding.
Exactly.
That's literally what it is.
And I actually really, until this year, like, I really didn't storyboard out at all. Like, I really wasn't with that. I would try to explain what's in my head, because I use Shot Deck. Before Shot Deck, like, I don't draw at all. I suck at drawing. I know you draw. You're a freaking really good drawer.
Thank you.
I do not draw at all. So imagine me trying to draw these scenes out. The other way you could do it, obviously, is take pictures and printing them out. That's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you. Instead of just trying to direct and explain, hey, this is how the shot's gonna look. Or
you need a visual representation of how it's going to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Or I can do the shot. So a lot of times when I'm filming with someone, even if they've never picked up a camera, if it has autofocus, I film with Blackmagic most of the time. So there is no autofocus.
No, you got to be fast with it.
And you have to, imagine.
And then the lenses too, they don't come with an autofocus now either, because they're like cinematic lenses.
Exactly. I think it's an EF mount, so I'm able to use like the Sigma 18 and 35, stuff like that. A Canon 50mm, stuff like that. But it's really difficult to explain what I want, or even sometimes showing it. I know even when I show it or whatever, it's kind of hard depending on who you're working with.
Because there'll be some people that just get your vision like that. Oh, exactly. I get it. All right, and they just move into position. But then there's gonna be other people that are like, as much as they want to try to get it, there's something in their brain that just doesn't let them get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I'll do, I will literally record the shot and then let them see it, and then see if they can replicate it. Sometimes if it's a static shot, it's pretty simple. I'll hold the camera here. Here's a shot, and I have the graph on there too. So make sure I'm in the middle. Most of the time when I film videos, I film in landscape. I don't know if you're familiar. Blackmagic shoots in 6K. So the higher quality, or the higher,
it's called a 6K Pro, no?
Yeah, 6K Pro. The higher that you go in the quality, that means you can do a lot more. Obviously, if you're in 1080, go ahead and try to zoom that in. Let's say you're shooting in landscape, go ahead and try to zoom it in to fit a portrait box.
It's gonna look pixelated.
Exactly. But the higher you go, like say for example, if you're shooting at 8K, you can punch in. It could be a landscape shot. You could be sitting right there and
zoom into like right freaking here.
Exactly. And so with that, what that allows you to do is that means you can film landscape and portrait videos at the same time.
Yeah, because it crosses over so smoothly.
Exactly. And so I have the graphs on. Most of the time, there's a graph in the middle, and then it's like I have the one where it's 3. I don't know what it's by.
It's like 9, no, in total, or is it 9? Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's 9. You're right. So I would have that graph, and then the middle graph would be the graph that you'd use for portrait, and then everything else is just landscape. So I'll try to frame up the same shot for landscape and portrait. So once I go to the editing floor, I'll have 3 different types of edits for Instagram, social media, TikTok, or whatever. I'll have the landscape one. That's just off to the side. That's to see the full cinematic experience.